Good morning, England. Scott Lighthouse. So, guys, I meant to upload this yesterday, but we had some surprises that we weren't expecting yesterday, and it actually turned out really good for us. So, we're happy campers this morning. But we had to go take care of some business, and I just couldn't get the reading up, so I left it on the table. I had to chase the cats off this morning. They were getting some kitty cat energy. Guys, I don't know if y'all know or not, cats tend to have a as a pagan, all the years that when I was in my 20s and 30s learning the different things I learned, pagans do something called a magical circle made of energy, right? And cats can go in and out of it without breaking the energy. So they kind of have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of energy, where it feels like they bring. And actually, you can Google it. What I've heard is that cats' purrs. When somebody's sick, they can help make you well. So cats have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy, just so y'all know. So they brought some kitty cat energy to the table. So I did a rune reading yesterday, and I asked what were the current energies, and then it gave me that, and then they gave me a sub message here, and then I asked, what do you not see coming with this? And then I said, well, what about the journey? Going into the future with this, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all what we got here. So first of all, we have signs and signals. We have Anzu, and Anzu is talking about more messages coming in, your angels, ancestors, or maybe even one particular angel or ancestor or even spirit guide working closer with you than what they have before. Okay, you have some that are working on the subtle level, but you have at least one that is working on a in-your-face personal. And you may hear them, you may not. You may be picking up more intuitive hits, and it's because they're guiding you on your path, okay? Then we have Ing, and Ing is a doorway, but it's also completion of beginnings. So some of you have been getting those intuitive hits that you know which gift is speaking to you the loudest if you have multiple gifts, or you're now actually starting to see in the physical world where your gifts are coming up, or you're seeing things and you're putting two and two together. And I've been picking up on that energy for a while now, okay? And I think it's just getting stronger as we go more into this Pluto into Aquarius. And I really think the planets and the energy of what our universe is doing has a lot to do with it. It's bringing a lot of things to light that we didn't see before, okay? This is causing a lot of more people to be on their spiritual path than ever before. Okay, we are having a lot of more breakthroughs in our evolution, regeneration. We're having a lot more of spirit guides and angels feeling like they're walking right by your side, and the time between they point something out to you and the time that you see it and understand it is way shorter. That's a better way of explaining it, they're saying. So just to let y'all know, those of you that are starting to see, even if you didn't know what kind of gifts you had, but you knew you were gifted because you were getting intuitive hits, you're starting to see it. Either you're starting to see things on your feed, on your YouTube, or your TV, or when you go to the library, certain book titles are jumping out at you. For those of you that still like to physically read a book, you're overhearing conversations that all of a sudden you're picking up on that you didn't pick up on before, and your intuition is growing, okay? I feel like they're saying a lot of you you're just becoming more in tune. You're starting to see that spark that I've been talking about for a while now, and there's becoming a bigger gap between the people whose souls aren't, how do I put this? I'm trying to put into words what they're telling me. Those of us that are maybe on our last incarnation or on the biggest journey of our soul growth are standing out more. Okay, whereas people that are newer souls, haven't reincarnated as much, they're not as in tune to their gifts, or not all of them. I don't want y'all to take that the wrong way. But it just feels like they're saying that more of us that are where we're making the biggest impact ever of our soul's growth, okay, before returning to to God state, or the collective consciousness, or however you view God, right, at the end of our lifetimes. So a lot more of you are starting to see more. They're showing me somebody walking along and their attention being drawn to someone that needs some kind of help, and them going to them and kind of doing just like a pass through, but stopping to help them in some sort of way. Maybe somebody, you see them with their kid and they're struggling to pay their groceries, and you help pay their groceries. Or you see an animal in need and you stop to help it, and then or find its owner, they're saying, and someone helps an animal find its home, and the person gets rewarded because the animal's been gone for a long time. You're just starting to see, where your gifts are coming out, and you're starting to see more of you affecting the physical world around you. All right, so that's the breakthrough with regeneration and path of destiny and evolution that I'm getting. And then we have joy, and joy is one Joe. One Joe is joy, rather, and of course it's upside down in my video, but one Joe is joy because now you're starting to understand. You're becoming more in aligned with your higher self, and as you are, you're becoming more of the spiritual warrior, and you're starting to understand more, even if on an unconscious level, you're starting to see where you're making a difference, okay? You're actually making a difference on your journey, and you're getting home at the end of the day and going, I didn't expect that to happen. So something happens and you see it and you say, well, I've done that before, but I didn't realize the impact that it made. So you're starting to see your own sovereignty. You're starting to see where you are making a difference, where you just before you just thought it was just you, but it's not. It's where you are following your path of destiny, where before you just did it just because, now you're starting to see the meaning of it. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of us have gone through this regeneration, this transformation, transcendental, higher consciousness level, way more in the 5D, where your higher self, you're more in touch with your higher self, and you're being so integrated that now it's like the light, you're seeing the light and everything else is fading into the background like a darkness. Does that make sense? You're just seeing with your third eye, you're seeing where you're needing to go, and you're seeing the impact that it makes where you didn't see it before. Does that make sense? Okay. And guys, this is really opening up for a lot of us. This is the message I got yesterday. I mean, guys, I meditated on this for quite a while because when I'm out and about on my errands, I'm seeing different people that their energy's stronger, bigger, and I'm starting to notice this. So I feel like a lot of other people are noticing that too, because you're starting to notice, and you're not being as scared to speak up anymore. If you're helping someone or you're feeling something, maybe before you always just minded your own business when you're standing in a line at the grocery store, right? Now you're actually turning on talking to people. If you feel like they have that spark, or you feel their energy a certain way. So people are starting to integrate more with seeing how their paths are, and it's just becoming blaringly obvious, okay? So as a side message, we have having come through. We have 30 is having stepped through that gate willingly, having stepped into your future path, because now it's present. You have come through, all of us have gone through some kind of a portal over the past couple of years, that now that Pluto's into Aquarius, a lot, and some of you, okay, all right, hang on, try to put that into words. Okay, so they're saying a lot of you now are becoming leaders. Others of you are more apt, or closer to being a leader, or more sovereign, more stronger on your path. And it just feels like the gap between knowing what's going on with your higher self and you, the gap has closed. I feel like they're telling me the gap has gotten so much smaller that people are starting to, it's just becoming more obvious, and it's making you more aware with your psychic abilities, with your intuitive hits, with your higher self being more integrated, or your regular everyday conscious self being more integrated with your subconscious of your higher mind. Okay, guys, take that how it resonates, because not all of you are going to feel that so strongly. Others of you are going to feel it even stronger. It feels like they're saying that the spiritual warriors are just noticing more of the light versus the dark. I hope that makes sense to somebody. Because now you're in a partnership with the divine. You've had whichever gift, if you have multi-gifts, your gift that you're meant to do is the strongest one. It's coming to the forefront, and you're seeing how it's playing out in your everyday life. You're feeling like when you pick up on, if some of you follow different tarot readers or follow different kinds of informational type sites, you're starting to see how in the future, you're seeing how, with what gifts and what things you've already seen, you're seeing how in the future, how what you have is like other people that will make a difference. Does that make sense? I'm not sure they're explaining it to me quite in a way. But at any rate, you're now becoming more whole because we got this soul integration going on, this higher self merging more with our true purpose, our path of destiny, where we're meant to stand out, where we're meant to shine. Okay, guys, this is becoming blatantly obvious. All right. So that's a little side message. So that's like your higher self giving you a little side message saying, do you see where we are now going? And your conscious mind is going, oh, I see this. I see this. And you're seeing different things play out, and you're just having that deep knowing, okay? Inside of your heart space, inside of your third eye, how your spirit guides and your angels are talking to you. So take that how it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone. But I think some of you are going, yes, I already knew that. Just heard somebody, I've heard a couple, actually now there's a crescendo, a couple of people going, okay, well, I already knew that. So this is confirmation for you, okay? Now, what you don't see coming. This is resulting in a lot of new birth and a lot of, for earth healers, for those that are maybe psychotherapists, if you have a regular profession job where you help people in any sort of way, rather you're a lawyer or rather you're a psychotherapist, rather you're a doctor, rather you're a teacher, you are starting to see clearly now how to help heal people, okay? Because you're more grounded with the earth now than you were before, and your energies between all of it, for those that are on that path, you're starting to see more how you're helping people. It's now being reflected back to you. Does that make sense? Okay. So guys, then we have Perth. All right. And Perth is everything coming to light. Everything coming, now you see it. Okay. And this is going into the future, but you're feeling it now. And some of you, maybe you've even, because of it, more people are talking about what you do. And because they're more talking about what you do, maybe your client, okay, I feel like somebody that has clients is getting more clients now. Maybe you're a psychotherapist or a teacher. You have certain kids are going home and talking about what you're doing in the classroom. And some parents down the road are going, well, my kid goes to school starting next year or switching to that school next year, and I want that teacher. Okay, your gifts are starting to shine. People are starting to talk. They're starting to, your light is beginning to be seen by other people. Okay, that's a message for someone. And it is, and if you're in a kind of field where you get money for taking care of patients or psychotherapy or even animals, whatever it is, people are hearing about you more because they're seeing your light and they're being drawn to you. So it's going to increase your finances or your abundance, maybe even just increase the joy in which you do your job every day. Take that how it resonates. Then we have Nautis. We have relief from distress, because some of you now, your psychic centers are more open, and because you're seeing everything play out, this is just bringing you a lot more happiness, and you're beginning to feel more like you fit in with what you're supposed to be doing, even though you stand out. Okay? You know that old saying, why fit in when you were meant to stand out? A lot of you are starting to stand out now. Okay, take that how it resonates. And you're using your inner strength, your inner guidance. You've gone through a doorway, right? And your inner strength, you no longer, some of you, they're telling me, no longer need other people's approval, handshake, stamp of approval. Some of you no longer need somebody to tell you you're doing a good job or something like that. You're coming into your own. You're knowing where you are meant to be. And this is a reward for your effort. And it's a reward. This is a type of, some of you are getting this on the physical level where you're making more money or more clients are coming in. Others of you are getting the reward of self-satisfaction, right? You're reaping the benefits because now because you were starting to see it. Now that you're seeing it, it's bringing more rewards, and you're putting 2 and 2 together. I just keep getting that 2 and 2 together, 2 to 2 together. All right. Now, so then I want to know, what about the journey going forward? Now, some of you, we have into the unknown first. Some of your gifts that are coming out, you're seeing how it's working right now, but at the same time, into the near future, it's going to start playing out a little bit differently for some of you. For the people that have latent energies, you might strike out. Someone might ask you to look at something. It's a different type of the field than what you normally work. If you're a psychotherapist or Reiki healer, maybe someone says, well, have you ever thought about doing animals too? Or they're asking you to look at something or do something that is in the same field, but it's so far left field or right field, you never would have thought to do it. And it might even open up a whole new path for you in the near future. We're not talking about right now. This is right now. This is going into the future and the journey. So some of you are going to see where something you hadn't thought of was going to pop up, and you actually branch off. Okay, because then we have the magical map shifter coming in, and this is talking about changing up your destiny, changing up, going into something new, because spirit always guides us, right? So consciously, some of you may start kind of going off a little bit more on a side path, something else in your field that spirit's leading you to do. Okay, because I feel like they're saying that the magical actually, I guess in the thing, I should have it this way. The magical shapeshifter is spirit looking out for you, right? Is breaking up what you used to do, and you're taking all the knowledge, all the wisdom that you have, and then you're going into the future using that knowledge and that wisdom in a different way than what you thought, but it's bringing you more happiness and joy, okay? And then the next card we have, guys, is Sad Embrace. So what this card is talking to me about here is it is saying whatever it was that you used to do, it's going to make you unhappy to a certain extent, to let part of that go. But be happy about it, they're saying, because as you go into the new, you're taking all the old wisdom that you gained with you. So be sad about the thing that's changing, but yet be happy to embrace the new. And the reason why I say that is because some of you may feel like this is going to create more of a mountain, or feel like an obstacle. But because of this light shining down on his head and the birds, they're telling me that take the road less traveled. Take the, if you wait to be guided by your, see the two messenger birds up here? Where are they at? There's two birds up here. So these are the messengers, and they're bringing you the information from your spirit guides and angels. And whereas you think that you don't know how you're going to do it, they're saying there is a path around it, and we're going to take you to the light. So for some of you that feel like there's an obstacle, there isn't. Okay, it looks like it from a conscious level, but on your higher self level, at least two of your spirit guides are saying, no, this isn't an obstacle. It's temporary. So guys, this temporary block, they're saying sit back, chill, take a break, because this opening is coming up sooner than you think. One day, life's going to be one way. The next day, something happens, right? Some kind of event, and all of a sudden you're come through this portal. Okay, and again, that's what it's talking about here. Okay, with the completion of beginnings. In some way, shape, or form, you go through another portal, okay, and it's smoother sailing after that. All right, now, they're also saying that it's going to still require a balancing act on your part, okay, because there's still some things that have to fall away, and they're saying to trust and have faith that they're leading you on the right path. Now, see, this is a different timeline, guys. I always see lines in the sky as timelines, and this is also talking about making a conscious choice. Making the conscious choice to go through whatever it is you're supposed to go through, to take the higher road, to lead you to the path of where you're supposed to be, okay? And it does require a balancing act. They're saying do all things with love, and you will be just fine. Trust in the plan for your life, okay? You might have to balance a little bit. Maybe you have to shift things a little bit so that they then become more straight. Like the energy feels like this, and as you kind of kick it around a little bit till it balances out. That's what they're showing me. They're showing me the card sideways and kind of turning straight. Okay, guys? So take that how it resonates. They're saying it is going to work out, and then it's going to be smooth sailing. Okay? Doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth sailing. Some of you might have to constantly do some kind of as more things come to the light, you may have to constantly kick it a little bit to get the energy normal, to get the energy balanced again. Okay, some of you are going to have more things jump up that are immaterial, they're saying. In other words, some things are going to happen on like an every day-to-day life level, okay? And it's going to, whereas others of you are going to find it a little more smooth sailing. Maybe some of you have bigger families, or a job or a place where you're at where there's more people. And the more people around you, of course, the more drama, the more every day-to-day BS, right? So, but they're saying at the same time, they're saying you're wide open. You see the light. Okay, they're also telling me, focus on the white light. They're saying take some time to meditate more and fill yourself up with white light. Surround do more, and try different types of meditation. I've been getting that message for a while too, guys. And I personally have been trying more different meditations, and I'm finding a couple of good ones out there. So some of you, they're saying just have to stand still for this light to reach you. And your third eye is going to open up more, and you're going to see more clearly where you're going. And some of you are going to have learned something on the astral plane, they're saying. And they're saying that you're going to talk to another energy being, or what is that? They're saying more of you are going to be open up to the messages that you're going to be getting on the astral level. Some of you are going to be getting messages from people you didn't expect, or you're going to run into people you didn't expect. And things are going to shift and change even more for you because you were in the right place at the right time, I guess, is what they're saying. Okay? Take that how it resonates. They're giving me several different messages for this, guys. And some of you also are going to be, they're pointing out the butterfly now. They're also saying some of you are going to be transforming majorly. Okay? Guys, take it how it resonates. All right? And then we have the magic stream. This to me is always talks about the astral level. And it feels like this is your like main spirit guide or even your higher self guiding you, but you're in tune to that now. You're not, I wrote something on the card. Collective awareness, potential. Allow everything to flow through you. So they're also talking about seeing the bigger picture and letting the smaller parts of the picture, that the immaterial things that don't matter, to allow those to just flow through your consciousness. Okay, guys, take that how it resonates. So some of you are operating more on the astral planes than you are on the physical plane. And some of you are operating more on a conscious level, and they're saying that not to let the smaller drama, everyday things bother you, because your spirit, your higher self and your spirit guides are right there and they have your back. Take that how it resonates, guys. Okay? So that's what I have for y'all this morning. This is just a collective spirit guide and angel message. Guys, a lot of us are really starting to see things on a physical level than we ever have before. We're starting to see the bigger picture where maybe some of us couldn't do that before. And it's going to be different for everybody. I really feel like one of the most major cards in this reading is this spirit of this magical map shifter. A lot of you are going through this right now, and this is like that portal. Okay, this is like that completion of beginnings. This is where you're starting to see things in the physical world, like I said, okay? And you're starting to make sense of it all. Let me see what, so there's like a key here. They're saying pay attention to the key. You have the key to unlock the path to where you're going. Stay on your true north. And then we have the little other one here. I feel like they're saying tick-tock, tick-tock. Some of you are getting ready to go through, realize you've gone through another portal, and it's going to be big for you. You see how she's got this aura around her? They're saying your higher self is your higher self is actually up to 6 feet around you. Okay, we're just a small human in the middle of all that energy. And you're becoming the space between your energy around you of your spirit, your higher self, the gap is now much smaller. Okay, guys, take that, resonate. That's a message for someone there. Okay, I just feel like she's saying you're on your true north, and everything is just getting more. It's becoming more 5D, a lot less 3D. Guys, just take it how it resonates. Okay. Nope, we're gonna leave it right there. We're not going to keep going back and explaining. I'm too repetitive, guys. I don't want to be repetitive anymore. So that's what I have for you today. This is a collective message for all my peeps out there. Guys, be a light in the darkness. There's a bigger gap between those of us with gifts and those that don't have gifts, or those that don't use their gifts, don't want to use their gifts, don't even want to acknowledge they have gifts. We are needed. Okay, guys? So, they're saying something about tribe energy. So guys, just try to be aware of what's going on. This is what I have for you. Be a light in the darkness. Lighthouse.